So you said that the civil rights team has already been meeting and been doing this work. You're just sort of announcing it today. So I guess the question is the team involved in the Jhamal Gonsalves investigation? And for people watching this, to remind them that Jhamal Gonsalves was involved in an incident with a Providence police cruiser while on his moped. It has a ton of coverage, and people remember that video. Is the team involved in the Gonsalves investigation right now?
Yes, this team is analyzing every single matter involving a police officer and a civilian, every case involving a civilian or another civilian, where there needs to be an analysis as to whether a crime has occurred or whether there's some civil action we need to take. That's the whole point. The whole point is to bring the same set of eyes to every one of these incidents. That this unit is prosecuting the Hanley case. This unit is prosecuting the Gordon case. This unit is prosecuting the Leonard case. This unit is prosecuting the other hate crimes case that we have. The reality is this is what we're doing as a team, because that consistency will drive better results. And look, there are going to be instances where we charge or don't charge cases. I get that. People are not always going to be happy with those decisions. All I can do is try to get them right. The way to get them right, in my opinion, put really good people together, make sure they're applying the same standards all the time, bring a different perspective, make sure that I have my own eyes on it, and I think we'll get better results. And when I mean better results, what I mean is, Tim, results that I have confidence in. And I think that if you're applying the law and the facts fairly, the public ought to have confidence in it as well.
What is the status of the Gonsalves investigation? When will we hear an outcome?
Yeah, look, we're nearing a point of sharing that outcome. To be candid, the fact that I'm in quarantine is not helping the timeline. It's important for me when we're done to share the results with the family first and then with the public. That's harder to do, obviously, if I'm not with my team. But we're nearing a conclusion. Whether we're able to do that in the next couple of weeks or so, or it has to wait a little bit until I'm able to get out again, we'll have to wait and see. But we're nearing a conclusion. What's taking time, frankly, is the depth of the analysis, the depth of the accident reconstruction, which takes time. The state police do a really good job there. It just takes time. And frankly, being in a position, to be able to share whatever our conclusions are with the public right away, if that's possible. So I want to be in a position where someone says, well, what happened? What did you analyze and why? And then we say, well, it'll take another month for us to get it to you. If we're at a point where we want to be able to share that, I want to be able to do that right away. And I want to make sure that our analysis is robust. So we're nearing the conclusion. But again, here's the other thing, Tim. This timeline is not unusual. It's not. I mean, I know people want answers quickly, but in every complicated case I've ever done, it's not a 1 week analysis. It just isn't. I mean, the typical case that goes into our screening unit is at least a 6 week process. We had a huge backlog in this office when I took office in screening because we couldn't even keep up with that. We couldn't keep up with a 6-month process for a typical case. This case isn't being analyzed in the typical fashion. I've got a unit doing it outside the screening unit process, but they still take time. I understand in some quarters the impatience, but we're working really hard. And I want to make this clear. I've said to the lawyers for the family, and I've said it to the family directly when I've been in their presence, that my door is open. If you want to come in and get a status report from us as to where we are, pick up the phone, call, and come in. And and these are the words I used. That is a standing offer. Now, that was easier when I wasn't here in my home in quarantine, but we can still do that virtually. We've been in regular contact, with the family and the family's attorneys since they are represented, and they know exactly where we are. I know they want answers. We're working hard to get them answers as quickly as possible.